Hey, Shalom, Yashrala. This your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. Honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So, hey, real quick, this is a video that, one of the brothers sent out earlier today, but nevertheless, just looking at this and laughing at this, hey, the scriptures say, like the Most High say, I will laugh at your calamities. When your calamities come, I will mock at your calamities and things like that, And it's not like you're going to hear a loud voice coming from the sky chuckling, ha, 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 the whole earth is quaking. No, it's not going to be like that, man. All right, just like how the Lord will do nothing but reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. All right, how do you people know that the Lord's name is Yahweh and his son's name is Yahushua? How do you know that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are what the known in the scriptures as the Israelites? All right, you don't know that because the Most High came out of the sky. You didn't hear this voice out of the sky. Oh, you're an Israelite. My name is Yahweh. My son's name is no. The men of the Lord. He revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. The men of the Lord that's on the highways and the byways, and you heard this from them. All right. So one way or another, you got it from them. So the same way, your calamities. All right. Hey, this is the same scenario, man. We were laughing at it, but a lot deeper than that is the fact of how do I say this is really where we're coming to, man. We used to laugh and joke about these things beforehand. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's like, yo, this is happening right now. I just put a video up and I made the kind of not a reference, but an analogy. It was like, yo, y'all see what's going on for the Popeyes chicken sandwich, right? And it's not like it's a scarcity of food. Like if Popeyes run out of the Popeyes chicken sandwich, you can order some other shit from Popeyes. You see what I'm saying? And Popeyes ain't no shit that you need to survive with anyway. You know what I'm saying? You can go get you something. You know what I'm saying? If worst come to worst, you can go get you some damn bread and some mayonnaise and some mustard to make you a mayonnaise sandwich or some shit, or a tomato sandwich, And then that ain't really running off the shelf right now, But nevertheless, you see what they doing for how do you call it, the Popeyes chicken sandwich when there's still food there. Like I said, they don't even have to leave the Popeyes restaurant. They could have just ordered something different from the Popeyes, or could have went to a different restaurant. Most of the time these little fast food joints got another one across the street, competition or whatever, whatnot, But nevertheless, with the Popeyes sandwich, people was fighting over that. People was dying over that. People was getting knifed up, stabbed up, shot, ran over, all over, stomped out, all over a goddamn Popeyes chicken sandwich, Now, as you've been noticing over Black Friday, over the last few years or whatever, whatnot, is getting worse and worse and worse, which now, Black Friday used to be, in the recent years, last, 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, Black Friday would start at like, I don't know, maybe like 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? On Jake would call it Thursday night. You know what I'm saying? But technically, it would be 3 a.m. Friday morning. Because I remember, it's like my first couple jobs when I was still in high school. I worked at the outlet mall, and I remember, we used to have to go to the spot. You know what I'm saying? At like 2 o'clock for us to open up at 3 a.m. or whatever, whatnot. It's only a short amount of time. But now, Black Friday is pretty much, they start Black Friday at like 6 p.m. I think on Thursday. And they added another day, Cyber Monday or some shit like that. They added all these days, but nevertheless, on Black Friday, people, it's like a battle royale at the damn door, man. It's just like as soon as they cut the ribbons, people start rushing in, stomping over each other just to get, this or that. People fighting in the lines for the last TV or whatever, whatnot. When, just like in this scenario right here that we're about to watch over some damn toilet paper. Like, yo, this is the simplicity of Jake, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm only really worried about Jake. You know what I'm saying? Hey, should we start World Star and these Edomites? You know what I'm saying? Placing bets on their ass, but how they make entertainment about us, make us a minstrel. Like, yo, man, now the curse is falling on you. But nevertheless, like, yo, if you was wise and you know that this shit is popping off at the damn store, why not just order this shit off the internet, man? You can damn near get anything delivered to your house from Amazon. Amazon like a grocery store now, where you can get this shit delivered to you every damn day. You ain't got to worry about fighting nobody or nothing like that. Or why not go to Walmart at night after 11 o'clock? This is when you got really nobody in Walmart and they constantly stocking the shelves. They got all the stockers in there at 11 o'clock. So even if it wasn't nothing on the shelf, they got the whole cart with the shit on the shelf, man. But see, these people are running and bugging out or whatever, whatnot, and they buying some unnecessary ass shit, hand sanitizer and toilet paper and shit like that. Like, this shit is not going to stop you from catching this shit, but ultimately it's the thief in the night that's catching the ass, because see, they don't understand why these things are coming. So they're trying to prepare the best way that they know how to prepare for these things, But this is a situation where, really, there's no way to know how to prepare for these things outside of this here truth, all right? And the way to prepare for these things, you know how they say doomsday prepping, right? We got two types of doomsday preppers. You got those in the world, and they doomsday prep, where they be getting bunkers, storing up rice, water, guns, and bullets and stuff like that. That's in a worldly sense of a doomsday prepping, you know, buying gold and silver, whatever, whatnot. Now, buying gold and silver, ain't nothing really wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? Because while we're here, you know, you can really come up on a lot of these little things here and there, whatever, whatnot. You know, not saying that we trying to so-called prolong ourselves in this here kingdom, but just, hey, imagine if you came into the truth like 3 or 4 years ago knowing that Babylon was going to be destroyed. What do? Do you quit your job immediately? All right, 3 years down the road, you still got to pay your damn bills. So, you know what I mean? Might as well go ahead and do what you got to do while you're here, you know? But nevertheless, you're starting to see these people doomsday prepping with the wrong shit, you know? When they should have been spiritually doomsday prepping, you know, like the scriptures say that wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that time, man. So you wouldn't be bugging the fuck out like this, man. And it was like, oh, well, they ain't going to have this and they ain't going to have that, you know? Man, the Most High will put certain wisdom into your mind to be able to get these things, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember when shit like this happens, they be buying up everything out the store, off the shelves and whatever, whatnot, you know? And I don't know, like when we have hurricanes and shit like that, and they, you know, it's the first thing to go is like the water on the shelf, and they have to have a limit on there. But like, yo, dog, you know, because I used to work at night and, you know, work until, you know, nighttime and get off either at 11 o'clock at night or 3 in the morning. So I would do a lot of my shopping at that point in time, you know what I'm saying? Like at the Walmart, you know, and I would notice that, you'll never had no lines in Walmart at that time. You know what I'm saying? They got the self-checkouts or whatever, whatnot. You know, you ain't got all these crazy-ass people in there and some crazy shit popping off. And they're stocking the shelves in there. So, like, literally, like, yo, you ain't got to worry about, oh, this ain't there, that ain't there. I remember I went to Walmart. It was, like, earlier in the day. And I was looking for, basically, you know, a certain item in the store or whatever, whatnot, you know, and, you know, I was looking for, like, damn, I got, you know, my little sweet tooth is popping off, so I want to go get me one of these here pies or whatever. I went over to go look for the damn pie, and, you know, it was all out of the pies. Like, see, when I come at 3 a.m. in the morning, these bitches be fresh, or, you know, 11 o'clock at night, they freshly being put out there, and they fully stocked, man. They're like fresh off the, you know, out the back or whatever, you know. But nevertheless, you know, these people don't have this here wisdom to be able to do no shit like that, you know. Or at least order this shit off a line and just have it delivered to you. But yet they want to go out here, you know, they so scared of catching this here shit. You see how we'll see how they hoarding this shit. Like, dog, like, but you're putting yourself in more danger going out to these little stores according to your mind or whatever, whatnot. You know, why don't you just order this shit offline, you know? But, hey, we're going to watch this here video. But these are the times, like, hey, and this is only the beginning, man. And this is, you know, like one of the brothers who's conversing back and forth over these things, you know, and you're going to see some women brawling over some damn toilet paper. Wait till you have these feminine products, you know, when they start thinking about the feminine products, you know, oh, shit, let me go get my tampons or whatever, whatnot, you know? And it's going to be way worse than that, you know, and these are so-called older women. Wait till you get to these younger women out there that's like so-called cutthroat or whatever, whatnot, running up in the stores and pulling guns on folks or whatever, whatnot, you know. I remember seeing a video where somebody tried to yank this lady's purse off in Walmart, but she wasn't really having that. She was actually, you know, holding, bro. And she, you know, they tried to set her up. One person tried to block off with the damn car. Another person ran up from behind, tried to snatch the damn purse, you know, and so on and so forth. And she turned around with the quickness and pulled that file out real quick and started letting off in the Walmart, and everybody got low. You see what I'm saying? So, like, yo, it was just a normal, you know, from, you know, the camera view from, you know, the store or whatever, just a normal woman shopping, whatever, whatnot, and these little three bandits thought they was going to run their little game on her, but real quick, shit turned real ugly for their ass, you know what I'm saying? She just so happened to be holding on their ass and just let loose on their ass, you know? But, hey, just imagine when people have this in their mindset, like, shit, I got to go to the store and go grab, you know, whatever it is, and I already know it's going to be chaos when I get there, so fuck that, I'm going to just roll up to the store. I ain't even going to go in the store and fight, you know, on the aisle for some products or whatever, whatnot, and have to fight at the register. I'm gonna just wait outside for these motherfuckers to come out, and I'm gonna just start popping their ass for a bag of rice, some toilet paper or whatever, whatnot. You know, this is how ugly. Like, and you know, people, oh, that's far fetched. That ain't gonna happen here. Oh, it ain't gonna happen to me. Oh, I'm straight, bro. We watching this here shit pop off as we speak, and this is just the beginning of these things, man. All right, so we're gonna watch this here quick video real quick. If it'll load up. Hey, but a couple things to notice here is the fact of and these women here are all so-called, not to say elderly women, but they all, like, you know, at the age where they would have some kids, and their kids would probably be like teenagers or whatever, whatnot. So they should be a little bit more civilized in this. But hey, when you read through these here comments, they be like, well, let me see. The height, here it is, the height of human evolution right here. Obesity, selfishness, and paranoia. International Women's Day 2020, ladies and gentlemen. Where's the one? It said, And shit, they was like, yo, it's unbelievable. The woman said, I just want one. The other woman replied, nah, that broke my heart. You have 10 super packs in your car and you can't give her one? You should be ashamed. Hey, but in this time, man, people gonna be looking out for their own self, man. All right? Any and everybody can be a possible killer. Some people be like, oh, you ain't got it in you to motherfucking kill a person or whatever, whatnot. Hey, yeah. What it is some people ain't got it in them to goddamn look somebody in their eye and put their ass to death, man. Or they ain't got it in their heart, or, you know, it ain't really in them to actually, like, put somebody to death up close and personal, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can really pull a trigger and kill somebody, you know what I'm saying? You could just be spraying and praying and letting off, you know, into a crowd of people or into a car or whatever, whatnot, and hit somebody and they wind up dying, you know, that's a little different, you know? I remember, back in high school, I was in JROTC, and the colonel in there or whatever, whatnot, you know, I was asking him about some shit about war or whatever, what it was like killing folks and this and that, you know, and he was like, well, I mean, I killed a lot of people, but it wasn't really like I was killing anybody because I was a helicopter pilot, so it was more or less like we were just shooting missiles at buildings or whatever, whatnot. You would see the building be destroyed, and you knew there was people in there or whatever, whatnot, but it wasn't like you actually seeing somebody get killed. And that'd be a lot different than you seeing like off in prison where people be over there shanking people until they, you know, they wind up dying. You know, that's a whole, it take a whole different type of person to do that. You know what I'm saying? Than the person that could just press a button and all of a sudden everybody wind up dying, you know? Man, I don't know what's going on with this here video. But, you know, hey, like I was going into, man, when people, you know, people gonna start reverting, because right now you in this docile and not to say loving type spirit or whatever, whatnot, where people are they're pretty much soft to a lot of different things or whatever, whatnot. Well, please, this and that, but people gonna go back to their barbaric, savage ass way of life or whatever, whatnot, when they start realizing that they gotta feed their kids, man. Oh man, it's the last bag of rice. It's the last this. It's the last that, man. All right, again, down here in Florida, whenever we have to evacuate for the hurricanes or whatever, whatnot, people be stockpiling on water and gas. And they tell them there's a limit to this shit, man. You should see how people be getting down off in the stores and whatever, whatnot, man. Stockpiling on water or whatever, whatnot. You see somebody in the line and they got like 5 different carts and there's a limit on it, but they got them and all their kids in line individually. You know what I'm saying? And people was just like, nah, bro, you took all the damn water. We can't even get no water. Like, bro, you don't even need that kind of water, man. All right? Give me 1 second. All right, I got the video to work now, so here we go.
We are in my home country for this one. There is scratching, there is hair pulling, there is a fuckload of apocalyptic panic buying. There it is on the ground.
Over one pack of toilet paper. You know, well, homegirl they got like 2 packs in there, but hey, Big Judah over here taking on 2 at one time. She got one by the hair and pounding the other one out, man, over some toilet paper. And these is just the women, man. And like I said, these are like women that are the age enough to have some teenage kids or if not older. All right, wait till you get to these ratchet ass bitches that just be rolling up like you see these little videos or whatever, whatnot, on especially nowadays with this new generation where everything is like a world star era or whatever, whatnot. I remember seeing a couple of different videos, you know, you fucked around and went down a rabbit hole on World Star, all right, where you had this one chick rolled up. I've seen a couple of these videos where one chick was selling another bitch out, and the bitch actually walked up, knocked on the door, and while the one chick was live streaming and went inside her house and just started, you know, putting in that work on her, you know. Another chick, you know, came up to another chick's house or whatever, whatnot, with her boyfriend, and the boyfriend didn't even do nothing. She just sat there and watched his girlfriend get stomped out, and this girl had these Tim boots on and was just putting that Timberland print in her forehead. She over there crying and screaming. And in the video, she's like, oh, y'all want to play with me? And so on and so forth. Y'all want to play with me? Talking shit on Facebook. And she just really just rolled up on her ass, man. She just pulled up on her ass and just put in that work right quick, man. Wait till them broads start getting out there and start putting in work. These are some, like, pretty much out of shape women. Not to say elderly women, but like I said, they old enough to have some 16, 17, 18. They might even be old enough to be some grandmas in this time and era, man. All right, wait till you get them boys out there fighting, man. Wait till you get Ray and them from off the block. That you know what I'm saying? They fight all day long, man. This is what they do. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, the dudes that's out there actually holding. You know what I'm saying? When they come up in there and they just start letting off shots. You know what I'm saying? They got they Dracos, they choppers and shit that they like toting and putting in the videos or whatever, whatnot. Now they gonna have a reason to go goddamn commando on your ass, man. All right? It's gonna be like, well, shit, it's an all-out battle royale, man. All right? So let's get into this little video.
The cure for coronavirus. A soft 3-ply 24-pack of A-grade shit rag.
And what's funny is they act like this is the damn cure, right? You know, they act like this is the damn cure for coronavirus, man. So just imagine if this here product was way more valuable than the toilet paper. Yeah, you want to be able to wipe your ass and shit like that. But like, you know, one of the brothers was saying, wait till they start realizing they're gonna need tampons or feminine products and things like that, man. You see what I'm saying? They bugging out over hand sanitizer and soap and stuff like that, you know. and now toilet paper and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Wait till it's these feminine products, man. All right, wait until it turns to the food, man, and they start thinking about it. Because look at the shelves all around them, man. You see what I'm saying? These are like, I guess, chips and some shit like that. Really, some shit you don't really need to survive, but there's way better options in there. But wait till all the, you know, they have a saying, you know, if you watch the marketing and how supermarkets are marketed, you know, if you go inside of any supermarket, you know what I'm saying? You can go inside any supermarket, and as soon as you walk in the door, if you take an immediate right and walk along the side of the walls, the outer, you know, area of the store, you know, along the walls, you know what I'm saying, the four walls of the store. If you walk around the walls of the store, you can get all your so-called necessities from there. The things that's in the middle of the store, like in those different aisles and stuff like that, is not really shit that you need, man. It's like chips, you know, shit like that. But if you ever notice inside grocery stores and shit like that, you'll have like bread, eggs, meat, and all those things. Those are gonna be pretty much up against all the walls. So you'll walk in into the, you know, the wall to the far right, and, you know, you might have bread and shit like that. In the very back of the store, along the back side of the wall, will be the meats. On the far right side, you know, on that wall, it'll be like dairy products, milk, eggs, and things like that, man. All your basic necessities, man. And then you'll find the Little Debbie snacks, the fruit roll-ups, the Lay's potato chips, all in the middle aisles, man. So once that outer ring of the grocery store get, you know, all consumed and everybody buy up all of those things, man, people gonna be fighting like this over these bags of chips, man. Over a bag of hot Cheetos, man. You'll think that people would be to hit a new low, like, man, look at Jake out here fighting like this over some hot Cheetos. But when it's the last thing in the store and these people are really panicking, they're like, shit, I gotta feed my baby something, they gonna be duking it out over that as well too, man. All right.
The supermarket staff are stepping in. They never knew their jobs would involve diffusing conflicts between humans over a material we wipe our asses with. But life is strange. You have to roll with it. Not only is this the best organic promotion Woolworths will ever get, it's also the best hard evidence aliens...
See, homegirl over here in the left look like she might be the girl, and this is sweater closest to the screen's mama, man. So like I said, man, these ain't no little young girls, man. These are some so-called people that's old enough to have a little bit of sense to notice, all right, I need to prep and buy certain things at this here point in time, versus the younger folk, you know what I'm saying? Like down here in Florida, whenever we had hurricanes and shit, you know what I'm saying? I remember the last real big one where it flooded out every damn thing. Everything was underwater. You know, you seen video on the news where Jake was going in the side of the damn malls. They was breaking in the malls, and they was, not to say hoarding, I forgot what they call that shit, where they go through and just basically start robbing the stores or whatever, whatnot, you know? But the things that they was basically hoarding was what? They walking out of Best Buys with flat screen TVs, hitting up the Foot Locker for some damn shoes and shit. Like, bruh, you know, you don't know how long we gonna be without power out here, man. You know, the last real big one where, you know, if you remember, all the beaches was like dried up for like, you know, as far as your eye could see, man, the water was gone. They was expecting an 18-foot, what do you call surge wall to come back in, meaning like an 18-foot of water coming in and hitting the city. Basically, we would have been underwater, you know, because Florida's very low to the water, man, and we surrounded by water, so it's only like only like 2 feet above the water anyway, man. So like, and if you ever been here during the summertime when it rains, man, it only need to rain 15 minutes before all the streets be flooded, man. The parking lots and everything be flooded, man. Florida can't really get rid of all this here water really quick, man. All right, so just imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, when Jake actually start going up into these stores, you know, the ones that, when situations like this happen, they running up inside the store. Like if this was a Walmart, they inside the damn electronics section fighting like this over PlayStations and Xboxes, where the more, how you say, more sane people, more or less to say, they over here getting the products that they so-called need and things like that, man. Hitting up the pharmacy for medicines because they know that people in their household need certain medicines, and if they go for so long without it, they could die. So they're going to go to the pharmacy section first, you know, or people that's looking for food, they're going to go and get the food first, you know, or certain products like that. You know, maybe you might even run up at a Walmart and go straight to the damn sporting section and start getting guns and bullets and stuff like that, you know. Be a little wise, like, well, shit, if I got guns, I don't really need no food. I can just go hunt motherfuckers down who don't got guns, you know. But let me go hit this section first, then I can go through the Walmart and pick out whatever the fuck else I want, you know. But nevertheless, like I said, man, when these things start rolling out and start taking place, when the younger crowd start getting out there, they're going to think of this shit as like a game, man. You know, these are going to be trophies out here, man. Yeah, I just popped me a nigga for a roll of toilet paper, man. You know what I'm saying? I popped me a nigga for a bottle of that Hennessy or that E&J, you know, that XO.
Will have as to why we failed as a species. I just want one... No, not one bad. Selfishness, greed, bad communication...
That really look like the Northern and the Southern Kingdom over there fighting, man. And like I said in the other video, man, 2/3 of our people, man, they're going to be destroyed out here, man. All right? This and this is, you starting to see the beginning of these things, man. All right, so in a time like where you about to have Jacob's trouble, where Esau's about to come down on your ass, man, you should be banding together with your brethren, man, and working against these damn Edomites, man. All right, but nonetheless, you know, you got, you know, the northern and the southern kingdom still over here battling it out because they don't even know they, you know, how I say, basically brothering or whatever, whatnot. You know, they could have band together, whatever, whatnot, and hit off these damn Edomites and took their shit, man. But lo and behold, they fighting each other over the shit. Now they wound up taking the cart, and neither one of these women wound up getting no goddamn toilet paper or whatever, whatnot, man. All right, so.
An inability to work
And I bet you Esau back here wound up coming up on this shit.
together. Aliens will learn a shitload from us. The casual shirt manager is in the house, and the whole trolley of bog roll is confiscated. Now none of us are going to survive the post-apocalyptic COVID-19 world. Once supermarket managers are calling police over toilet paper, that is the beginning of the end for everyone. I'm pretty sure Orwell predicted that in 1980.
Now see, right now they have the liberty to call the police. They have the liberty to so-called hold these people back, man. But again, what happens when these people roll up to the stores with the intention? I already know this shit gonna pop off, so I'm rolling up in here strapped, bro. Put your hand on this card if you want to. You're gonna lose your life. How important is your job to you right now, man? And really, the supermarket managers and shit, they ain't gonna be worried about this. They gonna be in there trying to hoard their own shit for their own family, man. So it's gonna be a free fall, man. But this is just the beginning stage of these things, man. And you see how it's already how bad it's getting right now, man. But it's gonna come a point in time where they're not gonna regard their kings or their princes or the police officers and the authority figures and things like that, man. This is gonna be an all-out free fall, man.
Before. Honestly, I don't get why some people think the only obstacle or difficulty we face from a virus outbreak is keeping a clean poo-poo hole. There's so much more to consider. Share the fucking toilet paper. I just want one pack. No, not one pack.
And as a side note to you damn women, man, hey, now you starting to see, man, this is why Isaiah 4:1 say, Lord willing, we'll grab that. Because I had a couple precepts in the back of my mind real quick. But real quick, I'm gonna start here in Job 18. All right. So this is, you know, dealing with Esau ultimately. But what we know, the 2/3 of our people, they're gonna be joining hand in hand with Esau, man. They're gonna be out here on the same mindset or whatever, whatnot. So what? They're gonna be basically counted as these damn Edomites in the eyes of the Most High when it comes time for judgment, man. They're gonna wind up being, you know, well, shit, I can't distinguish. You know, if you ain't with me, I can't really distinguish no difference. You know, if you're not with us, then you against us, basically. You know, and that's what the Most High and Yahushua gonna really be feeling about these people, even though they Israelites, you know, but nevertheless, their mindset ain't you know, where it need to be, so therefore they're gonna have to wind up being put to death. But this is dealing with Esau, but like I said, 2/3 gonna also be lumped together with their ass, you know. So this is Job 18 and verse 8. It says, or verse 7, the steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. You know, and this is the wickedness of their imaginations. First and foremost, ultimately, you know, Esau has their pride, man. All right. You know, about a week and a half ago, they was just laughing and scoffing and making these memes about the coronavirus. Just like when the Soleimani situation happened, they was making memes about World War III. All right. I don't know what happened with the tax situation or whatever, whatnot, where people was bugging out over their damn tax returns or whatever, whatnot, you know, where, you know, they had a tax return meme or whatever, whatnot, to where they was bugging out over that. You know, so it was all fun and games and jokes to them at first, but now it's getting down to it being a little, these things are now becoming serious to them, man. All right, so now, you know, the tables are turning, man. All right. Verse 7 says, the steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. So they got it in their mind what they're going to do and how they're going to roll with it, but ultimately it's going to catch their ass up, you know, like Judah over here was like, well, fuck it, I'll just, you know, box it out with these chicks or whatever, whatnot, to take their shit. And then the other chicks was like, well, shit, we'll have to defend ourselves to get this, so on and so forth. But guess what? They both wound up losing out and nobody left with the toilet paper, man. All right. Verse 8, for he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. So basically you caught in your own trap, man. All right. You didn't, you know, it's like you are setting a mouse trap, you know what I'm saying? And that bitch close up and catch your own finger, you know. Verse 9, the jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. All right. So basically, you know, ultimately, you know, we know that these Russian Edomites are going to come over here and wind up taking these American Babylonians out, you know. But nevertheless, they got their own little situations with the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. They thermonuclear missiles, and they're overthrowing these governments in the Middle East and hijacking these resources and manipulating the market and having sanctions on these nations. But all it's doing is making enemies and putting a bigger target on their own back, you know. So it's all going to come back to bite them in the ass, you know. Verse 10, the snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. All right, going back to what I just went into. Verse 11, terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. So like I was just going into, you know, about a week and a half ago, you know, all these people was laughing and mocking and scoffing about all these different things. But then once things started getting real, You know, they was like, let's go back to Soleimani. All right, when that shit first popped off, or right before it first popped off, most Americans didn't know what the fuck about Iran, didn't know where it was at. They was calling you like, you say Iran, they were like, you mean Iraq? No, Iran. You mean Iraq? No, Iran. They didn't know nothing about none of that stuff. But then once that shit happened, like, so they killed some nigga over there. He might have been a terrorist. Then all of a sudden, they're like, oh no, they killed somebody important. Or they World War III, and everybody talking about it. Then they got a little serious, Same with the coronavirus. They out here doing pranks on the train in hazmat suits with some damn Kool-Aid and spill the damn Kool-Aid as if it was a virus. And then everybody, all for laughs and giggles and get views on their YouTube or whatever page that they got going. But now all of a sudden they really, second guessing and questioning, why they on these trains or not, if the person around them actually got the coronavirus or not, man. Now these same people that was pranking and doing whatever whatnot are the ones that's over here fighting for the last rolls of toilet paper or whatever whatnot now. All right, so now they all being brought to their feet, man. All right, now, because why? Because they're afraid, these terrorists, man, the things of what's coming to pass. Verse 12, his strength shall be hunger bitten, and the destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. All right, so basically, this is what you're starting to see, man. This here city that dwelt carelessly, the city with the golden streets, you know what I'm saying? Now it's all turned into what? Worm-infested, canker-bitten, you know what I'm saying? It's all decaying right now, man. All right, it's turning out to, the careless city is now becoming what? That chaotic city, man. All right. Hey, man, these women, they over here worried about catching the coronavirus. They never thought that they would be sitting there catching the damn fade in the damn, local grocery store or whatever, whatnot, It says, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. It shall bring him to the king of terrors, Just like I was just saying a couple of weeks ago, they was all confident and making memes and joking about these different things. But as it started hitting close to home, now these smiles start turning into frowns, His root shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. This is ultimately dealing with, the judgment of Esau, how he's going to be eradicated off the face of the earth. But nevertheless, I wanted to touch on the point about how, they're going to be laughing about a lot of these things, but then ultimately they're going to get serious about these things, man. All right, and it's going to ultimately draw them to their feet. Let me grab second Ezra is 15, maybe 17. Whoa, I don't know how I got down that far. This is second Ezra is 15 and 18. All right, well, we can go back to 17. I brought this out the other day, but let me go back up to the top. I went into this yesterday. Second Ezra is 15 and 14. Woe unto the world and them that dwell in therein. Destruction is coming. The sword and their destruction draweth nigh. All right, people gonna be out here toting them things, man. One people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Like right now, I just showed you in the video. People are just they just throwing them hands right now, man. But it's gonna get a lot worse than this. Once they see, all these stories on the news where people just fighting over this and fighting over that, people gonna be like, all right, I got, we still got to go shopping. We still need to get these products or whatever, whatnot. And I got that thing in my purse, so we're going to go to the store with that thing real quick, And if anybody roll up on us and look at us the wrong way, we're going to just pull out and let off that fire right quick, It says, the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So, right now you start to see that these women was able to be broken up from, just the store manager come, hey, y'all stop, whatever, whatnot, and them calling the police and make them think a little different. But when they get to that point in time, like, yo, if I don't make it home with this here toilet paper, what I'm saying, we're going to have huge problems. If I don't make it home with this here bag of rice, my kids is going to starve. I don't give a fuck about you calling the police right now, bro. My child got to eat, and like I said, this is what they doing over some damn toilet paper, man. This ain't even threatening their child's life as far as eating, It says, there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So if they be like, if they got it in their mind, shit, I'm about to roll up in here, go grab this here toilet paper, and if anybody roll up on me, I'm finna blow their head off, bro. And I don't care about if they catch me on camera. I don't care if the police in there. He can catch one too, man. If he start chasing me, we'll just have a shootout with him, man. I'm about to, it's like if I don't get this food or this toilet paper, I'm gonna die anyway. So I'm about to go ahead and, I'm about to hold it out for mine, Verse 17, a man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. Because of why? The uprisings of these people, all right? These pestilences we see right now with the, well, let me go back a little bit. When we had September 11th and we started invading all those countries, you had a massive exodus of a lot, well, a massive migration of these people leaving a lot of these Arab countries and things like that, you know, and a lot of these European countries was putting up fences or whatever, whatnot, to keep these people from entering into their countries, man. All right, so what they was so-called cutting the cities off from these people coming in. All right, now let some all-out chaos take place or something like that, where they call for martial law. You know, they grabbing up guns or whatever, whatnot. You know, or searching for a terrorist or whatever, whatnot. I remember in Boston this happened when they was looking for that Tsarnaev guy after the Boston bombing, you know. Or what happens if there's some kind of whatever going on, you know? They got to lock everybody in. Or even, hey, with the coronavirus, you see how this is going, you know? They debating on whether or not to have people in the sports arenas during sport events or in this event or that event, you know. Wait until, you know, there's all-out chaos and, you know, the problems, 911 calls overbear the police, and they ain't got enough officers to handle the situations. And as we speak now, you really don't have enough police officers in America, basically, you know, based off of, if you got, like, let's just say one police officer can handle, you know, X amount of area or whatever, whatnot, you know, and you need, let's just say 100 police officers to cover your whole county and make sure everything is maintained where your cops ain't being overworked and having to, you know, do all these different things. They're not stretched so far, so you have to hire more officers to maintain this here situation, man. I'll give you a different analogy, right? You got this here restaurant that be booming, right? But see, you only got one server inside that restaurant. So what do you think the customer service is going to be like? You know, you're going to have a lot of people waiting, all right? Because this one server got to sit there and greet the people at the door, seat the people at the door, go and take their damn orders, run it back to the kitchen, then go back in the kitchen and actually make the food to bring the food back out. So they don't really have time for nothing. But now, all at the same time, you got, you know, a whole lot of people trying to get inside the restaurant, you know? But nevertheless, you can have that same situation like, you ever go to these upscale Edomite restaurants on like Thanksgiving and things like that, or certain holidays and events where they have, you know, certain events or whatever, whatnot, the lines might be long or they just might be jam-packed in that certain night or whatever, whatnot, man. But you see a whole staff in there, they be rocking it out as if it was just, you know, 2 or 3 people in there. It's running smoothly. People ain't really waiting for a real long time for food. Even though the whole restaurant jam-packed, you got to wait 45 minutes for a table. You know, but your food come out just as if there was nobody in there, you know, because they got enough cooks in the back. They got enough servers and food runners. You know what I'm saying? They got enough people to handle the situation. So the load is equally distributed, man. But wait until, you know, the police officers are so overwhelmed with all the 911 calls that there's not enough police officers. And they're like, you know what? We ain't even got time to go over to this here side of town and this here city. We're not even going to go over there to these police calls, man. We so overwhelmed with this here problem over here, we can't even get to you, man. All right? So just like on 9/11, man, all the police officers, all the firefighters, all the EMS personnel, they was all tending to what? The 9/11 World Trade Center, man. So if you know what I'm saying, just got into a car accident somewhere else, or somebody was robbing a local bodega or whatever, whatnot, and you call 911, like, man, all our police officers are exhausted right now down there at that World Trade Center, bro. We ain't got no extra officers to send down there to come investigate somebody stealing some damn Snicker bars out of your damn gas station right now, bro. We too busy right now, man. All right, wait till it get like that, but you still have this chaos running around and people fighting in these uprisings all over your local city or whatever, whatnot, you know, where the police can't even handle the situation. Hey, look at Hong Kong and they protest over there, man. The police is being overexhausted from all the long hours of being worked and just to fear everything, where a lot of the police officers are just quitting their jobs, man, because they can't take it no more, man. All right. So it says, verse 17 again, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of the pride, the city shall be troubled and the houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid, man. All right. Because why? This will never happen or whatever, whatnot, or the economy ain't going to collapse. These troops ain't going to never come over here, or, you know, we ain't going to never have these pestilence or these plagues. But nevertheless, now all these things are starting to happen, all right? But now what? You had your problem. We're going to be straight. But now that smile is turning into a frown, man. Because why are you starting to see more and more sightings like this, where people running up on people and just getting barbaric with their ass? Verse 19 is going to go right into it. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Now just imagine, you know, and it's kind of hard for Jake to imagine because Jake normally be moving. You know, their kids normally go to 3, 4, 5 different elementary schools, 3 to 4 different middle schools, you know what I'm saying, and maybe 2 to 3 different high schools. So they ain't really in the same stable area where they got the same neighbors for the last 10, 15, or even 20 years, man. But let's just say you did have some neighbors that you had for a while. You didn't have a rapport with them. Maybe you seen them, you know, go from being a single couple, you know, just a man and a woman or whatever, whatnot. They was dating, now they got married, now they got 4 or 5 kids. So you've seen them grow. You know, you kind of been in their life a little bit. Y'all go do certain things. You didn't got that. Yeah. So like, So like, you done got your neighbor a job, y'all doing things together, y'all kids are growing up together, they go to school together, they're the same football team, y'all go out to eat together, y'all do a wine night, a poker night, or whatever, whatnot. Y'all real close friends because, you know, y'all neighbors, man. But guess what? When it's time you looking at your son's face, your daughter's face, and they got to eat, man, and there's a scarcity of food, man, you're going to be looking at your neighbor knowing that they got that food over there, and you're going to, hey, especially if you know what he actually holding on to, what kind of food he got, what kind of weapons he got, how strong this person is as a human being, whether or not they'll let you roll over them like that, you know. These are going to be a lot of the so-called soft targets, and they're going to be the first ones to get got, you know. It says, for because of the pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of tribulation. So these women didn't really give a damn in the store about what was going on or hitting another old lady or whatever, whatnot. They was only worried about making sure that they could basically wipe their own ass, man, with some damn fresh toilet paper. But nevertheless, they walked out of there with nothing. All right? So I'm going to go from there to, I just have some precepts on the top of my head real quick. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse, I'll start at the top. It says, Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 3, it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows are darkened. So if you look at certain things, you'll understand that everything is on a declining rate out here, man. All right, and these people are looking forward to certain things, like, oh shit, that's why these people are prepping for certain things, man. You know, I have Edomite client I seen today, you know, and he was talking about, oh man, with this new coronavirus and this thing's got me kind of scared and spooked or whatever, whatnot, and all the pandemonium and everything. What else? You know, this is like, I don't know if we can handle anything else, like, you know, anything else bugged out to happen like this or whatever, whatnot, you know. Just imagine if fucking aliens came. And I was like, see, that's the spirit, bro. And you an Edomite, you know. And, you know, lo and behold, it's going to be way worse than this. Then you're going to be in the midst of World War III. Then you're going to see them damn chariots. And then they're going to start fucking your ass up, man. So, hey, man, you know, this is going to be a all-out surprise for Esau Edom, man. This is catching his ass off guard right now. This is that snare, that trap that's reeling his ass in right now. Verse 3, in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble and the strong men shall bow themselves, the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the window are darkened. So a lot of these jobs is about to go away, man. No, you know, there's no telling how they're going to try to phase all these jobs out because they have AI to replace damn near every single job, man, from truck driving to legal assistants, lawyers, judges, food, restaurants, all these different things, man. You don't need, look at how society is set up, man. They have more people at them self-checkout lines, or more registers open and people actually checking out the self-checkout lines than they actually have people on duty at the damn registers in a Walmart. They got like 20-some miles in Walmart, but none of them lines are ever really open except for the self-checkout lines, you know. But nevertheless, you're starting to see the transition of you know, manual labor to so-called AI labor or whatever, whatnot. So a lot of these jobs are really going away. But look, with this coronavirus, man, they shutting down schools, they shutting down jobs, and so on and so forth. Like, look, bro, we don't need y'all to spread this, so we're going to shut down, man. So what? People still ain't getting paid at this point in time, man. All right, so when these things come and become a grievous thorn to them, like, damn, man, I got these bills. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. And if I don't go to work today, that's going to cost me big time, and I'm going to be in a hole, bro. I don't know how long this is going to be popping off. So I can't just take off from work extended 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Now I've been off for a whole month, 2 months. Bro, I'm so far behind in bills that it ain't even funny right now, man. Verse 4, and the door shall be shut in the street when the sound of the grinding is low, and shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and daughters of music shall be brought low. Again, these are the times that we living in right now, man, where, you know, you're starting to see the countenance of these, especially these Edomites, starting to change on their face, man. They starting to look at things and notice that things ain't going all well for their ass, man. These curses are heavily setting in on them, all right? I forgot what that precept I had mentioned earlier today. But let me think of anything else I can think of right now. But, oh, you know what? I can grab this in Matthew 24. This is Matthew 24 and verse 10. Then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. Verse 12. And because the iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right. So look, right now people are looking out for themselves first and foremost. You know, it's going to get a lot worse than that, man. All right. Like I said, man, you seeing these people, like I said, one of these women looked like she was the other woman's mama already. and she got grandkids, and her daughter look like she might be old enough to have some young ass grandkids, man. But they don't care about none of that, man. They care about getting that last roll of toilet paper, man. All right, she don't even like, you know what, I do got like a whole cart full. I can't just let you get one, man. If I come up on some more, I'll just come up on some more. I'm only losing one, you know. Um, Damn, I can't think of what precept I have mentioned earlier, but oh, you know what? It might have been this one. I'm not sure, but this is Isaiah 65:12. Quite a bit on this. It says Isaiah 65:12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you do not answer, when I spake, you do not hear, but devour before my eyes, and did choose that word, and I delighted not. So, you know, a lot of Jake hears on the highways in the byways preaching and teaching it to them, but what they can't just, they still want to go do that stupid ass Jake shit that they do, and they can't put that down. They can't put the world off, you know. So the Most High say, all right, well, it's already written that 2/3 are going to get cut off and die anyway. You just made it clear what side of the fence you on. Give me 1 second. All right, let me close out with these two precepts. This is the Psalms 2, verse 4, I want to say. Yep. Let me come back to that, though. Let me go to the book of Proverbs. Where was it? 26:4. So I'll have to look that one up. Damn, I thought. Oh wait, maybe it's Proverbs 24. All right, let me just I'll just look that up. Well, I guess it was Proverbs 1:26. It says, I will also laugh at your calamities. I will mock when fear cometh. All right. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. So look, man, let me keep going. Well, when these chariots come back, man, most likely gonna be laughing at your ass, man. All right. Because ultimately you kept rejecting the Lord. So, hey, when I call, you did not answer. All right. Therefore will I number you to the sword. Verse 28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but shall not find me. For that they have hated knowledge, and did not choose to fear Yahweh, that they would none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own ways, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. All right, so hey, man, this ain't looking good for these average ass Americans. But whosoever hearken unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Right. So now let me go back to Psalms 2 and 4. He that sitteth in heaven, and the heavens shall laugh, Yahweh shall have them in derisions. All right. So again, you're not gonna hear the Most High laughing from heaven or whatever, whatnot. The minute the Lord gonna be laughing at your ass, because why we told you about these things, and now you look like a straight fool out there, man. All right. So I was gonna bring one more precept, but I didn't slip my mind where it was at. Oh, well, I'm going to grab that Isaiah right quick, because there's something else in there. This is Isaiah 65:12-14. It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter. All right, talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, 2/3, the Israelites. All right, it says, because when I call, you do not answer. When I spake, you do not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. So you going over there taking memes and pictures and jokes of this here scenario with the coronavirus, man, and then your ass catch it and you be wondering why, oh God, help me. No, you getting what you was asking for. Verse 13, therefore thus saith Yahweh power, behold, my servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, and you shall be ashamed. Right? So all that doomsday prepping and stocking of food, man, is really for the men of the Lord, man. All right, and it says, but you shall be thirsty. Oh, behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. Because why? The men of the Lord know what's going on. We're not going to be caught like a thief in the night. We know that salvation is right around the corner. It's getting closer and closer. But the so-called white man, the Edomites, know that they have but a short time. This is why they're getting a little nervous. All right? Was that it? Yeah, I'll go ahead and close out with that. I thought it was one more I wanted to grab. But I'll go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, that the elect was edified with this here lesson. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. A salutation and much love for you, I can pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong and shalom.